Yo, what's going on, gamers? It's your boy Drism Gaming, and I am here with a brand new series on the channel, a Dynasty. Now that college football 26 is finally out, I think this will actually be the first Dynasty I've done on this channel. I'm very excited about this series. This is one that I've always wanted to do. I love doing dynasties and franchises offline. So it's something I want to, I want to record. I want to talk about, from week to week. Create different storylines with some of these players, make some of them memorable, and put this content up on YouTube. So the team that we chose for this year's dynasty, we will be starting with the UAB Blazers. Yes, the UAB Blazers is who we're starting with. We stay in the American Conference, and kind of the reason that I picked UAB is because in the last 2 years they were kind of talented on field, but they went 7-17 in their last 2 years. So we replaced Coach Trent Dilfer with Coach Dave Cena, named after two of my favorite wrestlers, Dave Batista, John Cena. So that's kind of where that name comes from. We came in as a motivator this year, so I want to see what route that takes us as far as being able to build this dynasty kind of quickly, helping my players get a lot of better from week to week or year to year. So, that's something I really want to invest in. Also, UAB was shut down for a couple years. That's one of the teams that's close to where I'm from. So, back in 2014, after that season, they were shut down. To be shut down for 2 years in 2015, 2016, to be brought back as a program, a football team in 2017, but they haven't seen very much success since. They had their head coach at the time end up eventually resigning uh, and moving on, but they were able to secure a new stadium in Birmingham, right in downtown Birmingham, actually. Um, Holds about 47,000 people, is home to the UAB Blazers as well as the Birmingham Stallions. So a very, very beautiful stadium, one that I hope that we can pack out over time and make a very, very um, loud, rambunctious stadium. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into the schedule, and then we're gonna look at the roster and probably wrap up a little bit with some recruiting, and maybe see if we can't go ahead and get a game into this episode as well. And so, as you see on the screen, we're going to start off the year with the FCS team, followed by going on the road to play Navy. We're going to play Akron in week 3, as well as going on the road to face a very, very tough Tennessee team that no longer has Nico. So it's going to be really interesting, but that's going to be a really large crowd. That's probably going to be a lot for us to handle, so we'll see how that goes. And then we go back home to play Army and go back out on the road in week 7 to play Florida Atlantic, followed by playing Memphis at home for something that looks like a slab of ribs. So that'll be a really good game to see. We're gonna go on the road on week 10 again to play BYU and give ourselves a little bit of a challenge, and then go right back on the road to Texas and see Rice, followed by playing North Texas. And we're gonna round out the season playing USF at home, and then going on the road to finish off the season against Tulsa. So I am playing on Heisman difficulty, but I do see realistically we should turn this season around altogether. We shouldn't lose very many games. I hope to be able to upset Tennessee or BYU in this season. It may not happen, but I could easily see maybe 8 to 10 games where we could win. But as you can see, we're not a very high overall. And so with that, we'll go ahead and get into this roster, which you see rounds out as it's a 69 overall, a 69 offense, and a 71 defense that is headed by two very, very good running backs on this team. Jevon Jackson and Isaiah Jacobs will be two of the best players on this team this year, as well as they will be our leaders and our captains. And hopefully they will be able to carry us to victory, from game to game, as this is their last season with the Blazers. And we have a very nice kicker that has some good abilities, go chip shot and go deep range with silver mega leg, and he's an 82 overall, so that'll be really useful uh, if we go on the road and we really need to get some points. We have a really nice safety in Sarah Bryant. He's an 81 overall, but this is his last season. Some homegrown talent in Corey Milliner, who's from Alex City and has been at UAB in real life all 3 seasons. Starting at a 80 overall, he is our best player and youngest as it stands right now. So hopefully he'll be able to impact the games or this season very, very well. Nigel Tate, our defensive tackle, and Tariq Watson, our junior redshirt corner, who's coming in at a 79 overall. And lastly, we got Caleb Brown, who is a transfer from Iowa. He's a 4-star transfer from Iowa with at least another year under his belt and star dev. So, and we will be led at quarterback by Jalen Kitna. And if that name looks familiar, it's because he is indeed John Kitna's son. He is a transfer from Florida, and he comes in at a 74 overall with bronze dot. We have some up and coming talent in Ryder Burton and Trace Campbell, who will be here for another year, who looks to be more like a running back than an actual quarterback. So we'll see how that goes. We have Gil Renfro, a freshman from Calera, Alabama. That's a 6'2" quarterback, 66 overall. So that's going to round out our roster. So I'll get a little bit into recruiting, show you guys what I'm looking at already. And then, like I said, after that, we'll probably go ahead and get into the week 1 game and probably wrap this. Here we are with week 1 of the 2025 NCAA football season. With the UAB Blazers, we're playing a night game at home in the rain against the FCS team that might have had a 40-something overall. So at least we'll be able to extend our streak for sure and possibly see about upgrading our grade for our stadium atmosphere. It's a hot 93 degrees outside, but it is drizzling, so maybe that'll cool the fans off. Looks like we got a pretty good crowd tonight. As Coach Cena will look on and see his senior running back, Jevon Jackson, a 5'8", 205-pound running back from Decatur, Alabama, come on to the field for the first time. And he'll see if his offense can't get this thing going pretty early. See about getting in the win column to start the season.
That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script.
We're going to test Jevon Jackson early and often here and try not to get him hurt. As we'll get a slip screen here and get inside the 30-yard line. I want to see about throwing a strike here. See if we can't go ahead and get something deep. Target somebody like Milner or Brown on the outside. Kitna throws one deep. Just overshot it a little bit.
Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. This offense wants to get out.
We're going to go ahead and be aggressive here out the gate. Show the tone of the season.
Go for it on 4th down.
Because we did not get it.
But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the side. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Grabbed over the middle.
Job. 4th down. Get ready to get the ball back. Try to go see if we can't go score.
And the grouper step in this drive comes from their own 44. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touchdown.
Let's go, man. Get that block, Jackson. Good job. 1st down. Very good 1st down. Very good first down. Way to set the tone. Second drive of the game. Try to see if we can't go ahead and throw another shot here. That is a loft. And that is a much deserved pick. Bad throw by me. Absolutely bad throw by me. We're back on defense in 2 plays. We're talking about extending our streak. We got to make sure we put some points on the board first.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back.
Oh man, he's gonna get way outside.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this for that huge run. Back to work. Quarterback on the keeper.
Wow.
Continuing to
Look at that.
Forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the groupers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
Tackle in the backfield. Let's go. 3rd and 7. Let's go ahead and get them back off the field. Get back on the field and get some points. Hopefully in our 3rd drive. Let's go here. Let's go. Sack. Sack by Nigel Date there. Our senior defensive tackle. Now we'll be able to get the ball back or get some points.
They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front. Get to the corner.
Had a crease. Probably not wise to come out immediately and take a shot, but that's what we're doing. Going to Brown. And he's going to grab it. And that's exactly what we're looking for there out of Brown. Again, Caleb Brown, the transfer from Iowa. Definitely one of those guys we're going to want to keep an eye on all year. Definitely going to try to get him in a lot of one-on-one situations like that. So that was a really good grab there.
With the running back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole.
Try to get Jackson here to punch it in. Jackson. Touchdown. Oh, look at that. That's a nice light show there by UAB. As Jackson gives us a little bit of a dance and puts our first touchdown in Dave Cena's tenure as head coach of the UAB Blazers into the history books. Always something I want to remember. Who scored the first touchdown in my new dynasty. To start the 2nd quarter, I definitely thought we would have more than 7 points, but that's okay. You know, we got to find a rhythm here on offense, more importantly. And I think we'll continue to do that throughout the year, so I think we'll be okay. Slow start here.
They go to the ground, finding an escape route. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the groupers are flying down the field. He'll do it himself.
Here we go.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the quarterback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss. Offensively early in this.
I'm gonna try a stunt here on 3rd down. Doesn't work, but doesn't matter.
What a job up front, and after that last play, it's 2nd and a mile. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's in open space downfield. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. And the Blazers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Grab near the sticks. It's Jackson. He's got first down yardage as they move into the 44. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to pass. It's Kitna.
That's good catch hooks. That's another first down. Kitna's been very efficient so far this game, throwing 8 for 11 with 129. Um, he's actually a really easy quarterback to play with. Hopefully, the O-line all year will be able to give us time to work with him. As we throw a shot to Brown and unable to come down with it, but I definitely like the throw. Second and long now. We're going to see about handing it back off to Jevon Jackson. Wow. Absolutely blown up there. We're just going to go for it, man. I'm tired of coming out and not putting up any points. I want to keep this offense on the field. Or maybe just go for a score with Milner. And that's going to be a touchdown. So we take control of Milner there and get a good touchdown catch. Corey Milner. I'm sorry. I can't talk. Corey Milner comes down with a really, really good grab there in the back of the end zone. We're going to see if it's going to get challenged. Hopefully it'll stand, but of course it'll get challenged. So far it looks good. I don't see anything that's going to overturn it. As it'll be a touchdown catch for Corey Milner. His first on the day. That'll make it 14-0. Going for it there on fourth down seemed to be the right choice. Got us 14 points on the board now. Let's go. Scoop and score. Scoop and score. That's what I'm talking about. 21-0 the Bad Boys way. That's a beautiful light show.
This offense has done some good things early in this game, but you cannot put the ball on the ground.
To the half as they'll make some adjustments. They'll try to get it through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Chandler. There he goes to the right.
Come on, man. There's no way. Great. Touchdown. For the FCS team. Wonderful. Way to go.
Man, nice 31-yard line. To the air. It's Kitna.
He's going to go early to Brown. He's going to come down with another catch as we have 203 now from Kitna with 88 yards through the air. Also, and throw one last passing play to possibly end this half. So we'll get hit before we can throw. And as unwise as this could possibly be, it worked out for us last time. So we'll go for it again here on fourth down on our side of the ball. As I see Iverson Hooks streaking down the field but unable to come up with a catch. All he has to do is catch the ball, and he has 6. And we'll give the FCS Southeast team back the ball here. And get a very long third down here. And throw it up once more with Kitna to end the half. Hopefully not come out with a pick. Or maybe if we get lucky, we'll hit Corey Milner here and get a touchdown. And that's exactly what you're looking for. You get one more play. Corey Milner comes down with it. That's his second touchdown of the day. He's a speedster. Like I said, we definitely want to get him involved very early and often in this offense as we'll go into the half up 28-7. Why still throw it?
What a
I
play
don't
by
get
this
myself
defense
sometimes.
with the pick six.
I throw
And how
the
about the
worst
defender?
stuff.
Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception.
I'm making this
Everybody on
more of a game
defense
than it has to
wants
be.
you
They
off.
give me
It's
the ball
good
back
basic
up
blocks, so my
28-7,
guy can get in
and I
there
go throw a
and
pick
take it
6 on the
back
first
to
play
the
and make it
house.
14-28.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for
This
something
team
a
shouldn't
little
even
more
be this
dynamic,
closely
but
in
they
this
get him on the
game.
ground
My
at the
fans
20.
are starting to
UAB
murmur
regains
that we
possession of
suck.
the Blazer offense back onto the field. Looking for a man, it's Kitna. He
Another
tries
one
to
to
take the
Milner.
top off. And
We're
that'll
going to
be
keep trying to take that
incomplete,
top
man. That
off.
would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming
We're
up.
going to continue to test this
Couldn't make the
defense,
connection last time,
which
but
isn't a
certainly
very
throw
good
it
one,
again.
but that's not the point.
And that's going to
We're
fall
also
to the
not a very
ground
good team,
incomplete.
so
That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds the tight end. Oh, the ball squirts out.
wow.
And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
That couldn't be any more unfortunate than it is now.
Going to take a second look at this one. Evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump?
Let's go Hooks.
And he's still going. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory. And
Ooh, that's a good throw. That was a really nice throwing animation. He threw that side-armed. I saw him change the angle of his arm to make that throw. I think that's a really, really nice touch to the game.
Can really attack on this second and short.
Another one to Milner with a chance. That's his third on the day. Corey Milner, 3 touchdowns on just a few catches, making a very big impact on this game.
No doubt, it does. It looks like it's on air. I'll tell you what, you got to find a way to rough this guy up a little bit. Be physical.
All right, and that is going to do it for our Week 1 contest versus the FCS Southeast groupers. A win at home, 42-14, 6 catches, 163 yards, 3 touchdowns for Corey Milner. Jalen Kitna, 400 passing yards, 4 or 5 touchdowns. Jevon Jackson, I think, with a pair of touchdowns as well. A couple guys that played very, very well offensively and defensively. A lot to clean up, a lot that we could probably build upon. Like I said before, another one of those things where, you know, talent, the talent that we'll acquire will also be a big part of this. Looking back over the stats again, Jalen Kitna 18 for 34, 400 passing yards, 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Jevon Jackson with 9 carries for 52 yards and 2 touchdowns. We had Isaiah Jacobs also get a couple carries there at the end of the game, 6 for 42. Receiving again, Corey Milner, 6 catches, 163 yards, 3 touchdowns. Caleb Brown, 5 catches, 150 yards. Iverson Hooks had a chance to possibly catch a touchdown, but did not. A very, very good game for our team. Definitely one that we'll be absolutely thrilled about. So I'll be back on episode number 2 with possibly the Navy and the Akron game with a little bit of recruiting in between both of those. I appreciate any type of support that I can get. This is a new series, so hopefully we'll be able to keep it going for a long time. Like, share, subscribe if you're new. Comment down below anything that you like or you want to see. As always, I'm out.